On February 4th, 2000, the world was introduced to The Sims, and it quickly became one of the most successful video game franchises of all time. It is absolutely the most successful training and life simulation series ever. Over the next 14 years, we were given The Sims 2 through 4 with remarkable consistency. The Sims 2 came out 55 months after the first Sims, The Sims 3 came out 56 months after The Sims 2, and The Sims 4 came out 63 months after The Sims 3. However, it has now been almost 10 years since the release of The Sims 4, and we are nowhere near a new game. It is very likely that the gap between The Sims 4 and The Sims 5 will actually be longer than the time it took to release every previous Sims game combined. The answer to why we have had to wait is simple. EA, the publisher of The Sims, is no longer in the business of making games. They are in the business of microtransactions, with a primary focus on targeting and exploiting children through gambling mechanics. So, while as desperate as most Sims fans are to see a new game, most of us would also rather see that game come from a company that isn't full of child abusers. Now, I would love to tell you that the South Korean-based publisher of inZOI, Krafton, doesn't pull the same crap, but they are the ones who published PUBG. I guess that's just the world we live in. On the bright side of this dark reality, the game looks great and has the potential to vastly outperform whatever the creatively bankrupt accountants at EA decide to package as The Sims 5. That is, of course, only whenever they finally decide to release it. inZOI looks like The Sims. The people talk like The Sims. And most importantly, the character creator absolutely represents the spiritual successor to what Will Wright gave to the world with the original Sims. I can't promise that the people in charge of making this game are decent human beings, but I can tell you that this has the promise to be an amazing game. I mean, it's not like the South Korean government is going to allow all the IP flexibility in-game that is currently being promised. And as much as I would love to live in a world where we can upload any image into a game, I don't think Disney or Nintendo would look favorably on that. That's without even addressing the myriad of sexual content that most of us, as consumers, would want to see in a game like this. But I do have faith in the tenacity and ingenuity of modders like the ones that have given us Wicked Whims. I am excited to play this game. I can only hope that the developers have some shred of human decency left and will not make this just another microtransaction hellscape. Because the only thing that the fans of The Sims want to see more than The Sims 5 is to see a true successor to the spirit of The Sims, a game about freedom and the limitless possibility of life, not a slot machine. Until next time, no shaming, just gaming.